Hey everybody, so if you've been following along, I'm here live to do day 7 and day 8 of the magic. I'm doing day 8 because tomorrow's Christmas, so probably not going to be too focused on coming on live and doing the magic, so I just want to do it now and make sure that everyone can stay on, keeping on if they're following along and doing the magic practice with me. Okay, we're back. Today's day 7. And it's the magical way out of negativity. A thankful person is thankful under all circumstances. I can't read the name, but it's a Persian founder of the Baha'i faith. Whether it's a relationship in turmoil, financial pressure, or a lack of health or problems in a job, negative situations arise because of a lack of gratitude over a long period of time. If we are not grateful for each thing in our lives, we are unintentionally taking those things for granted. Taking things for granted is a major cause of negativity because when we take things for granted, we are not giving thanks in return. And we stop the magic happening in our life. Just as giving thanks to others will always lead to our life magically increasing, so must taking things for granted always lead to our life decreasing. Are you grateful for your health when it's good, or do you only notice your health when your body gets sick or hurts? Are you grateful for your job every day, or do you only value your job when you hear there will be cutbacks? Are you grateful for your pay or salary every single time you receive it, or do you take your pay or salary for granted? Are you grateful for your loved ones when everything is running smoothly, or do you only talk to others about your loved ones when there are problems? Are you grateful when your car is working well, or do you only think of your car when it breaks down? Are you grateful to be alive each day, or do you take your life for granted? Taking things for granted results in complaining, negative thoughts, and words. So when you complain, by the law of attraction, you must bring more things into your life to complain about. Funny, huh? Aw, shit. If you're complaining about the weather, the traffic, your boss, your spouse, your friend, a family member, a stranger, waiting in lines, bills, the economy, the cost of something, or the service of a company, you are not being grateful, and you're pushing your dream life further away with every complaint. Now you understand that complaining, negative thoughts and words, and taking things for granted stops the good things in your life. Now you understand that when something goes very wrong, you have unintentionally not been grateful enough. I'm back. It's impossible to be negative when you're grateful. It's impossible to criticize and blame when you're grateful. It's impossible to feel sad or have any negative feeling when you're grateful. And the best news is that if you have any negative situations in your life currently, it won't take a long period of time to transform them with gratitude. The negative situations will disappear in a puff of smoke just like magic. First, as difficult as it may be, you have to look for things to be grateful for in the negative situation. Look for the silver lining, right? No matter how bad things are, you can always find something to be grateful for, especially when you know that your gratitude will magically transform every negative circumstance. Walt Disney, who knew about the true magic of life, showed us how to do this in the movie Pollyanna. Disney's 1960 movie Pollyanna featured the Glad Game, which had a profound effect on me when I was a child. I played the Glad Game, featured in a movie, through my childhood and adolescence. To play the Glad Game, you look for as many things as you can to be glad about, especially in a negative situation. Finding things to be glad about or finding things to be grateful for in a negative situation can make the solutions appear. Walt Disney demonstrated the magical power of gratitude in Pollyanna, and thousands of years earlier, Buddha demonstrated the way to use the same magical power when he said, "Let us rise up and be thankful, for if we didn't learn a lot today, at least we learned a little, and if we didn't learn a little, at least we didn't get sick, and if we got sick, at least we didn't die, so let us all be thankful." Gautama Buddha, founder of Buddhism. Let Buddha's words be your inspiration, and today, take one problem or negative situation in your life that you most want to resolve and look for 10 things to be grateful for. I know it can be challenging to begin this practice, but Buddha is showing you the way to do it. Make a written list of 10 things on your computer or your gratitude journal. For an example, your problem might be that you're out of work, and despite your best efforts, you're still unemployed. To magically turn the situation around, all you have to do is be concentrated practice of gratitude on the situation. Here are some examples of what I'm back. I'm so grateful to have had more time for my family during this period. I'm grateful that my life is a lot better order because of the spare time I've had. I'm grateful that I've had a job most of my life and that I am experienced. I am grateful that this is the first time I've been unemployed. I'm grateful that there are jobs out there and more new jobs are appearing each day. I am grateful for all the things I've learned in applying for jobs and going for interviews. I am grateful for my health and that I can work. I am grateful for my family's encouragement and support. I am grateful for the rest I've had and because I needed it. I am grateful that through losing my job, I've realized how much having a job means to me. I had never realized that until now. As a result of the unemployed person's gratitude, they will attract different circumstances and their current situation must and will magically change. The power of gratitude is greater than any negative situation, and there are unlimited ways that the negative situation can change. All you have to do is practice gratitude and watch the magic take place. Let's take another example. A son whose relationship with his father is troubled. The son feels that no matter what he does, it never seems to be good enough for his father. 1. I am grateful that most of my relationships in my life are really good. I'm grateful to my father for working hard so that I could have the education that he didn't get to have. I'm grateful to my father for supporting our family through my childhood because I didn't have a clue then how much hard work and money it took to keep our family going. I'm grateful to my father for taking me to basketball every Saturday when I was a child. I'm grateful that my father is not as tough on me on these days as he used to be in the past. I'm grateful that my father cares so much about me. You get the point, right? I don't have to keep going. As a result of the son's heartfelt feelings of gratitude for his father, he will change their relationships for the... I'm back. The son changed the way he thinks and feels about his father, which immediately changes what he attracts from his father, even though the son was being grateful in his mind. At an energetic and quantum level, the son's gratitude will have a magical effect on his relationship with his father, provided he maintains his gratitude by the law of attraction. The son must receive far better circumstances with his father, and their relationship must begin to improve immediately. Remember, you can tell your gratitude is working by the way you feel. You should feel a lot better about the situation after practicing gratitude. The first evidence of gratitude's magical power working is your feelings lifting. So when you do feel better about it, you know the situation will improve and the solutions will appear. The answer to any negative situation you want to resolve is to focus concentrated gratitude on it until you feel better inside. Then you will see the magic work its wonder in the outside world. In making your written list, make sure you list each of the 10 things that you're grateful for in the following way. I'm so grateful for blank, or I am truly grateful for blank, and finish the sentence with what you're grateful for. You can also use Walt Disney's way of using gratitude's magical power if you find it easier. I am so glad that blank. And finish the sentence with what you're glad about. Once you've listed 10 things you're grateful for, finish the magical way out of negativity practice by writing thank you, thank you, thank you for the perfect resolution. And just for today, see if you can get through one day without saying anything negative. It may be a challenge, but see if you can make it through one day. There is an important reason to do this because most of us have no idea how much we speak negatively. But you'll have an idea after watching your words for one day. Remember that negativity and complaint bring more of those things. And if you're aware of what you're saying, you can stop and decide if you want the consequences of what you're about to say. Here is a magic lifeline you can use if you notice yourself thinking or saying something negative. Stop immediately and say, but I have to say that I'm really grateful for blank. Finish the rest of the sentence with something, anything that you're grateful for. Take this magic lifeline with you and grab a hold of it whenever you need it. And if any little problem or situation appears in the future, remember to put out the embers with gratitude before it grows into a fire. At the same time, you will ignite the magic in your life. So the magical practice for day 7 is to wake up in the morning, first thing, count your blessings, make a list of 10 blessings. Make a list of 10 blessings and why you're grateful. Reread your list, and at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for each blessing as you can. Choose one problem or negative situation in your life that you most want to resolve. List 10 things that you're grateful for about the negative situation. At the end of your list, write thank you, thank you, thank you for the perfect resolution. And just for today, see if you can get through one day without saying anything negative. If you notice yourself thinking or saying anything negative, use the magic lifeline. Stop immediately and say, but I have to say that I am really grateful for blank. And just before you go to bed tonight, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words, thank you, thank you, thank you, for the best thing that happened during that day. Now we're going to do day 8 because I'm not going to be coming on live tomorrow. Day 8 is the magic ingredient. A thankful heart hath a continual feast. W.J. Cameron. Giving thanks for food before you eat is a tradition that has been followed for thousands of years, dating back to the ancient Egyptians. With the fast pace of life in the 21st century, taking the time to give thanks for a meal has more often than not been left behind. But using the simple act of eating and drinking as an opportunity to be grateful will increase the magic in your life exponentially. If you think about a time when you were really hungry, you will remember that you could not think or function normally. Your body felt weak. You might have started to tremble and your mind became confused and your feelings plummeted. All of this can happen after not eating for just a few hours. You need food to live, to think, and to feel good, and there's a great deal to be grateful for about food. To even feel more gratitude for food, take a moment and think about all the people who contributed to having food to eat. For you to eat fresh fruit and vegetables, the growers had to plant and For you to eat the fresh fruits and vegetables, the growers had to plant and nurture the fruits and vegetables with continuous watering, protecting them over many months until they were ready for harvesting. Then there are the pickers, the packers, and the distributors, and the transportation people who drive enormous distances day and night, all of them working together in perfect harmony to ensure that every fruit and vegetable is delivered fresh to you and is available year-round. Think about the meat growers, fishermen, dairy farmers, coffee and tea growers, and all the packaged food companies who work tirelessly to produce food we eat. The world's food production is a breathtaking orchestration that takes place every day, and it's unfathomable that it all works when you think about the number of people involved in maintaining the world's food and drink supplies to stores, restaurants, supermarkets, cafes, airplanes, schools, hospitals, and every home on the planet. Food is a gift. It's a gift of nature because there would be nothing for any of us to eat if nature didn't supply us with the soil, nutrients, and water to grow food. Without water, there would be no food, vegetation, animals, or human life. We use water to cook our meals, grow our food, maintain our gardens, supply our bathrooms, sustain every vehicle that moves, support our hospitals, fuel mining and manufacturing industries, enable transportation, make our roads, make clothes, and every consumer product and appliance on the planet, make plastic, glass, and metal, make life-saving medications, and build our homes and every other building and structure. And water keeps our bodies alive. Water, 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 glorious water. If there is magic on this planet, it is contained in water. Lauren Isley, an anthropologist and natural science writer. Oh, of course, it's gonna vacuum now. Well, I hope you guys can still hear me. Where would we be without food and water? We simply wouldn't be here. None of our family or friends would be here either. We wouldn't have this day or any tomorrow. But here we are on this beautiful planet together, living life with its challenges and ecstatic joys because of nature's gifts of food and water. To say the simple magic words thank you before you eat or drink anything is an act of recognition and gratitude for the miracle of food and water. The incredible thing is that when you are grateful for food and water, it doesn't just affect your life. Your gratitude also impacts the world's supply. If enough people felt gratitude for food and water, it would actually help the people who are starving and in great need. By the law of attraction and Newton's law of action and reaction, the action of mass gratitude must produce an equal mass reaction, which would change the circumstances of scarcity of food and water for everyone on the planet. In addition, your gratitude for food and water keeps the magic continuing in your life, and it will weave its glorious golden thread through everything that is dear to you, everything that you love, and everything that you're dreaming of. In ancient times, people believed that when they blessed their food and water with gratitude, it purified whatever they were blessing. And when you look at the theories and discoveries that quantum physics have made in recent times, such as the observer effect, the ancients may very well have been right. The observer effect in quantum physics refers to changes that the act of observation makes on whatever is being observed. Imagine if focusing gratitude on your food and drinks changed their energy structure and purified them so that everything you consumed had the ultimate effect of well-being on your body. One of the ways to experience the magic of gratitude instantly with food and drinks is to really savor what you're eating or drinking. When you savor your food or drinks, you are appreciating them or being grateful. As an experiment, next time you are in the middle of eating or drinking any liquid, take a mouthful, concentrate on the taste of the food in your mouth or the flavor of the liquid before you swallow it. You'll find that when you focus on the food or drink in your mouth and savor it, the flavor seems to explode. And when you don't focus, the flavors weaken dramatically. It's the energy of focus and gratitude that instantly enhances the flavor. Before you eat or drink anything today, whether you're about to eat a meal, a piece of fruit, or a snack, or have a drink of anything, including water, take a moment to look at what you're about to eat or drink, and in your mind or out loud, say the magic words, thank you. And if you can, just take one mouthful, really savoring it. It will not only increase your enjoyment, it will help you to feel far more gratitude. You can also try something I do, which makes me feel even more gratitude. When I say the magic words, I wave my fingers over my food or drinks as though I'm sprinkling them with magic dust. And I imagine that the magic dust instantly purifies everything it touches, everything it touches. Doing this has helped me really feel that gratitude is the magic ingredient, and I want to add it to everything I eat and drink. If you find it more effective, you can imagine that you have a shaker of magic dust in your hand, and you're shaking the magic dust out of the shaker all over your food before you eat it and into every drink. If at any time during the day you forget to say the magic words thank you before you eat or drink anything, as soon as you remember, close your eyes, go back in your mind to the time when you forgot, visualize yourself in your mind for a second or two, just before you ate or drank it, and say the magic words thank you. If you forgot to be grateful for food and drinks multiple times in the day, then repeat the same practice tomorrow. You can't afford to miss a single day in building your gratitude. Your dreams depend upon it. Being grateful for the simple things in life, like food and water, is one of the deepest expressions of gratitude, And when you can feel the degree of gratitude, you will see the magic happen. So, for magical practice number 8, day 8, you're going to count your blessings and make a list of 10 blessings and why you're grateful. Reread your list, and at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. And 2, before you eat or drink anything that day, take a moment to look at what you're about to eat or drink, and in your mind or out loud, say the magic words, thank you. If you want, you can pretend to sprinkle your food with the magic dust or your drink. And then just before you go to bed at night, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words, thank you, for the best thing that happened during that day. And then, if you want to just get a little bit ahead, just in case, day 9, I'm not going to read the passage, but I'll tell you the practice. The practice is going to be to count your blessings, 1 through 10, first thing in the morning, reread them, and say thank you, thank you, thank you. And then you're going to take any current unpaid bills you have and use gratitude's magical power. Write across each one, thank you for the money. Feel grateful for having the money to pay the bill, whether you have it or not. Take 10 bills you've paid in the past and write across each of them the magic words, thank you, paid. Feel truly grateful that you have had the money to pay the bill. And then before you go to sleep at night, take your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words, thank you, for the one best thing that happened during the day. I'll see you guys not tomorrow, but the following day. Merry Christmas, Merry Yule, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah. I love you guys. Have a great day.